Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream, and we're here with the player ratings. This is the one, man. There was a lot of ratings there. If you're wondering why I was a little bit late starting the stream, that was because we had a lot of ratings. Obviously, a huge dub for City yesterday, getting the 3 points. We really needed it, man. Good to see people in the chat. Who we got here, man? We got Grealish, not Grealish. We got Cameron Smith, we got the boy, Lionel Messi, Marshy Boy, Dash, Adam Norman, Rico Lewis, Alex Starboy, Zoheeb, Scotty Moore, IP Truss. Who else we got? Matthew W, Cameron Smith. Who else we got? Sam Martin, yes, Max OJ, Lauren, good to see you guys. Chris Paulson, Caden, yes, Charlie Platt, Ben Lind. Sky's the limit. Ilya, yes, Shane, Zakir, Rods, good to see you, man. Hopefully you're all doing well. As always, player rating season. This is the big one, man. You know what I mean? I want to see what these ratings are. And I want to see what you've given Jack Grealish, because some people might be like, "Do you not already know?" No, I don't know. Because when I do the actual ratings, I don't actually see the overall score until I actually do the stream. So it's going to be a madness. Before we get into it though, massive shout out to the guys at OneFootball for sponsoring today's stream. If you've not already done so, you want to help support the channel, then go download the OneFootball app completely for free. The link is in the description and the pinned comment there as well. It is genuinely sick, man, and you really help support the channel. So massively appreciate everyone that gets on that. All the in-game stats, all the in-game commentary, transfer news, transfer rumours, and much more completely free to your phone. So get yourself on it. And yeah, just help support the channel, man. Really appreciate you guys. Obeyed with a 10 gifted. Yes, Obeyed. Thank you, bro, with a 10. Coming in with a 10, man. I don't know. I didn't see you in the chat once last night, bro. Did you fall asleep? I heard that you said you might fall asleep at the beginning of the stream. I don't know. Did you watch it? Let us know in the chat. Hopefully you guys are good. As always, I'm going to go through the stats from the players, and then obviously we can get into it and go through the player ratings. Let me just get the stats up from the players here. Where are we at? Boom, there we go. Okay, right. House rules are all done. I'm sorry I slept yesterday. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You did say at the beginning of the stream, man, you was tired and that. Right, let's get into it then, guys, should we? Unless anyone's got anything to say before we start. You know what I mean? What's that thing that people say? You know, like you're at a wedding and the guy goes, speak now or forever hold your peace. It's that situation. Before I do the stats, before we get into the stats of the players from yesterday, speak now or forever hold your peace. No issue, buzzing. Oh no, actually, Knitting says, worrying news, LB. Chelsea is running with the Enzo deal. We will be left with Bellingham if he doesn't come in this summer. We'll be screwed. Interesting. I did see that about Enzo. Be interesting, innit, to see what's going on here. And apparently, not too sure on how good the source is on this one, but there's rumours of a £60 million buyout clause for Jude Bellingham. Whether that's true or not, it's not been confirmed by any sort of respectable journalist like at the top tier, so I don't 100% know if that's true. But let's just see. Right, let's get into it then, guys. Let's go through the stats, man. We'll start off with Ederson. His first game back since the World Cup. Let's have a look at him. He made one high claim. He had an 83% pass accuracy, misplacing 7 passes. All of them were long balls. I always say, and I know people might get bored when I say this, but I always say I don't mind the pass accuracy on a goalkeeper if they misplace a few passes, so long as they're long balls, because they're not really putting us in too much trouble. And that's it. Didn't make any saves. It was a relatively quiet day for Ederson. Did concede a goal. Could he have done better for the goal? I've seen a couple people today saying, oh, maybe he could have done a little bit better for the goal. Saying that his wrist was a little bit weak. For me, I think, you know, it's a free header from about 5 or 6 yards out. I think Akanji could do a little bit better. We just turn these tunes off, by the way. I think Akanji could do a little bit better. I think the marking just in general could do a little bit better. I don't think, for me, that he really could have done too much else on the goal. Having said that, it's going to be difficult to give him a good rating because he didn't have any saves to make. Like the stats say, he didn't make a single save. So, I don't know. What are you saying? What you saying? Scotty Moore says he's not to blame. Rip tunes, we want tunes. I'll probably kill the tunes for today, bro. It's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one. I can't really blame him for the goal, but he didn't make any saves because there was none to make, so it's really difficult to give him. So you know what? I'm just giving him a flat-out 6. I'm going to give him a 6. Remember, guys, 6 is the average. I don't think he did anything wrong for the goal. I think if you've been ultra critical, maybe you could say he could have done a little bit better, but I'm not going to be ultra critical on him. And he had no saves to make. So I'm going to give him a 6. I find it difficult to give him much higher than that because he really didn't have much to do. The Extra Club members, you guys in the chat have rated him a 7. Okay, we give him a 7. That's fairly reasonable. That's probably the highest I could go, to be honest with you. I don't think I could go much higher than that because, again, he didn't really have to make any saves, man. So there we go. Right, let's get into the man of the moment, the guy who's living everyone's dream at the moment, and that's Rico Lewis. Played 68 minutes yesterday, made 2 clearances, won 2 out of his 5 ground duels, didn't win his only aerial duel, but that's not surprising given his size. He had an 87% pass accuracy, misplacing only 7 passes, made 2 key passes in the game and created 1 big chance, which I think was the one where he cut it back to Kevin De Bruyne. I would imagine that's the one. He also made 1 dribble attempt, which was successful. Guys. What we're saying about Rico Lewis, man. How good was that performance yesterday? How mature was that performance from him yesterday? I thought it was absolutely stunning in that midfield. I really, I can't speak highly enough of him at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like he's excelling in a position that he really shouldn't be excelling in because it's seriously difficult to be playing in that position in the midfield. He has his back to goal a lot because obviously he's playing in that inverted role, so he's receiving the ball from the defenders. And I just thought that first 10 minutes, he had the ball more than Rodri. He was dominating the ball more than Rodri. I thought it was absolutely incredible, guys, to be honest with you. And I think the way it's going, I'm not saying this 100% because I think it is still too soon. But the way it's going, it's looking like we've got our Kyle Walker replacement, in my opinion. At the moment. Obviously, it's still early days. That was his first start in the Premier League. But we've seen him a number of times in other games, in other competitions. Big matches against Chelsea and Liverpool, done all right. Do you know what I mean? So, it's looking good. I just think that, yeah, the way he's developing is mega. And he's been thrown into the deep end. It does help me. It does help me when you play against the world's best, centre defensive midfielder. But the way it's going at the moment, it's looking very healthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, player ratings then. So for this guy, how long did he play? He played 68 minutes. Created a chance, which was a decent chance. Only remember him giving the ball away once, which was poor position to give the ball away, but then he did manage to win the ball back. On the ball, very calm, getting stuck in. .4? 8.4? I feel at 8.4. I'm going to give him an 8.4. A lot of 8s in the chat. Couple of 9s, man. I'm going to give him an 8.4, mate. I'm going to give him an 8.4. Let's have a look what the Extra Club rating. Extra Club, you give him an 8.2. So, again, seemingly, I'm looking at the chat here as well, and we all kind of look like we're in the same sort of region. I'm seeing lows of 7.8 from Elia. I'm seeing a couple in the low 9s. I think that, I think if someone wanted to make an argument that he deserves to be in the 9s, I'm pretty sure that they would be able to make that argument. But I'm going to try and be consistent with previous sort of shows. And I'm going to give him an 8.4, but a brilliant performance, man, from Rico Lewis. The way he's developing, guys, is absolutely insane. And it's taking the pressure off Kyle Walker, which is the thing that no one's really talking about. But let's be honest, come the end of the season, it's not going to be Rico Lewis playing, it's going to be Kyle Walker. And what it's going to be able to do, if Pep trusts Rico Lewis, and at the moment it looks like he does trust Rico Lewis, it's going to allow Pep Guardiola to throw Rico Lewis on for the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes of games, maybe play him here and there against the lower league sides. And that's going to take the pressure off Walker. It's going to let him be fresh and maintain that healthy sort of match fitness. And it's going to mean that when we get Kyle Walker at the end of the season, I know we've already got him now, but you know what I mean? Like when we've got Kyle Walker at the end, hopefully it's going to be like just completely fresh every single game rather than just being spammed out. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really good. And I'm looking forward to see how this guy develops. You know? I said on the stream just a few minutes ago, and I said it last night on Twitter, at this moment in time, it looks like, yeah, he could become the Kyle Walker replacement. I still believe that right now, obviously, we're in this situation where It's probably too soon to say whether he's going to be Kyle Walker's replacement. But right now, it's looking very, very good. He's getting minutes. Pep trusts him. And once you've got the trust of Pep, I feel like you'll just become a better player because I reckon he's got time for you if he trusts you. Do you know what I mean? And right now, I don't think, like if we just say Gomez, for example, I just don't think he's got the trust of Pep Guardiola. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's out in maybe even January. If not, he'll be out in the summer because he just doesn't look like Pep trusts him. Where right now, Pep trusts Rico Lewis, and he's going to develop very, very well. So yeah, brilliant night there from Cole Palmer. I've given him an 8.4. Will that be enough to give him the man of the match? Remember last week against was it Liverpool? He got pipped to the man of the match award, didn't he, by Kevin De Bruyne? I think I give Kevin De Bruyne like a 9.2 and I give Rico Lewis a 9.1 against Liverpool. I couldn't give him the man of the match that day. Will he get it today? We will find out. Let's move on to John Stones. Let me get his stats up. Obviously playing on that sort of right centre back, right back sort of role. So it's a bit of a weird role to play. So you can allow it if maybe positionally you get caught out a few times because he is in a very strange sort of position. I don't think it's a natural position that he's playing right-sided centre back. But he's also expected to get up the line a few times and help out the attack. So this is his stats from the game. He had 90 minutes he played. He had made 1 clearance, 1 block shot, and 1 interception. He made 2 tackles on the ground, one of which was successful, but crucially won 3 out of 3 aerial duels, which is nice to see. 88 touches of the ball with 81 passes, only misplaced 6 of them passes with a 93% pass accuracy. All 4 of his long balls were also successful. He also had 1 shot off target, which maybe he could have done a little bit better with, actually. John Stones, like I said yesterday, I think actually he's pretty good in the air and in the box. You know what I mean? He knows where the goal is, and I think he would have been a little bit disappointed with the shot that he had yesterday. But look, I think he had another good game, John Stones. I just love this guy so much, man. You know what I mean? Like, I just think the way that he plays football is just awesome. It's awesome to watch. You know what I mean? The way he brings the ball out, his passing is absolutely beautiful. He can defend. He can play centre-back. He can play right-back. He can play right-sided centre-back and a sort of like right wing-back. I just think, I genuinely believe that the football world massively, massively underestimates just how good John Stones is. You only have to remember the likes of Puyol and PK back in the day when this guy was growing up saying, John Stones is a Rolls Royce, like he's the next big thing, and I just think that he's not respected enough. I don't think he's respected at all by the media as much as he should be, and maybe even our own fan base to a certain degree. I think we all sort of rate him, but I don't think a lot of people fully back out just how good he is. So I think he's absolutely brilliant. Yesterday, had another pretty solid game. Obviously playing in that right-sided centre-back. Didn't go forward that many times. Did make a few runs up, but it was mainly in sort of like just holding the right-sided centre-back. Defensively, no issues, of course. But then, you know, none of our defence really had too much defending to do. So there is that. I think pretty solid game from John Stones yesterday. I think maybe something like a 7.5, I think is probably fair. I think a bit similar to Ederson. You know, he didn't really have too much defending to do. Didn't really get forward too much. So it's difficult to give him, for me, in the 8s. But his passing was crisp. Defended well when he needed to. And got forward and you know, got himself in the box. Probably could have scored on another day. So I'm going to give him a 7.5. I feel that's like a fair score. Get your scores in the chat so we can have a look sort of what people are sort of saying. While you guys do, I'll have a look at the Extra Club rating. They give him a 7.6. There we go. Okay, so pretty close. Let's have a look at the chat. 7.6 says Xavier. K-Mac with a 7.5. Pammy 7.6. Dash with a 7.5. Jackie with 7.5. Sam Martin goes for an 8. Okay, I think you're probably the first person I've seen to go for an 8. So I think we're all in there. Again, we're looking good. We're all sort of agreeing with each other today, which is nice. Lauren, yes, Lauren, member for 4, says way Rico is playing so far, how versatile he is, how he is going forward and defensively. I like what I'm seeing. Deserves an extension if he keeps it up. Well, we need to get him locked down on this new contract now because I'm pretty sure he runs out of contract at the end of the next season. So we need to get that sorted rapid. But yeah, exactly. Right now, what we're seeing is very, very good. You know what I mean? So that's all we can ask for. Right, let's move on to the next man in the middle of the defence yesterday, Manuel Akanji. Had a couple weird games of late. You know what I mean? The last couple of games, I know obviously we had the World Cup, take the World Cup out of it. Like the last few games for City, for me, just haven't been very convincing. I think he's looked weak. I said before the game yesterday, obviously, if he's playing in a 3, I would like to see him play in the middle and not on the right-hand side. Thankfully, he did. I don't think that right-sided centre-back works for him. What I've seen of him there this season, I called it in the first game. I remember saying in the first game, nah, I don't like it. I said it after 20 minutes. He played 90 minutes yesterday, 2 clearances, 1 tackle, 2 ground duels, won one of them. 1 aerial duel, didn't win it, which was probably the goal. Let's have a look. He had 122 touches of the ball, 119 passes, misplacing only 7 of them, with a 93% pass accuracy. 8 of those misplaced balls were long balls. He made 8 in total with a success rate of 4. Good game. Do think he could have done better on the goal. Can't lie. In fact, let me have another look at this goal again. Leeds v Man City. I'm pretty sure, I've seen it last night. Obviously, during the watch along, and I thought, at the thought of the time, he could have done better yesterday on the goal. Let me have a look at the. Let me have a look. So Greenwood swings it in. I need to see a better angle there. Come on, City, make sure you give me a good angle, man. It's not the best angle, that. It's not the best angle, but I just remember seeing it at the time and I thought, I just think he could have done a little bit more. Not again, probably being a little bit too critical there, but at the moment, I feel like he's frustrating me at the moment, Akanji, because I just feel that he's not. Them first 2 games that he played, I just thought he was brilliant, and then recently, I don't know, I've gone off him a little bit. Thought he could have done better on the goal. Having said that, did everything else well. You know what I mean? Defended when he needed to defend well. Got caught out in a few one-on-ones when Ake went missing. Did well on the 1v1s. Passing was nice. Passing was crisp. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I think that's probably fair. I think that's probably generous. Maybe slightly generous. I think a 6.5 is probably right. Let's have a look what you guys are saying on this one. Rachel says 6.8. Dash with a 5.4. K-Mac, he said about Ake. Akanji with a 7. Shane with a 6.3. Elia with a 6.5. Came back with a 7. Anthony with a 6. Xavier 5.5. So the lowest I'm seeing right now is 5.5. Alexander also on a 5.5. Emmanuel 6.9. Sam and Mib 6.7, 6.8. So there is a little bit of a variance there. I'm seeing some 5.4, some 6.9s. There is a little bit of a variance. I'm giving it a 6.5. Let's have a look what the Xtra Club give him. The Xtra Club give him a 7.1. So you guys who voted in the Xtra Club, pretty generous there. I can't give him a 7. I can't give him a 7 because for me, I do think that goal was his fault. I do think, he didn't do very well on the goal. So I can't give him that. But you guys are generous, you know what I mean? You can be generous if you want to be generous. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream, man, if you've not done so already. Let's get those likes past 130. We need 2 people to hit the thumbs up button, get those likes past 130. 300 people in the stream right now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Massive shout out to the guys at OneFootball as well for sponsoring today's stream. Absolute goats. If you're not already done so, go check out the app. The link is in the description. Completely free to download, completely free to use. Get all your in-game stats, all your in-game commentary, transfer news, transfer rumours. City Extra articles are going on there soon, and you help support the channel if you download it as well. So I appreciate everyone that gets on that, man. Let me zoom in a little bit. Right, okay, where are we at now? We at Boy Ake. Boy Ake had a little bit of a difficult game against Liverpool. Again, I probably digged him out for that. 90 minutes played yesterday. 1 clearance, 2 tackles. Got a dribble pass once. Won 4 out of his 5 ground duels. Didn't win his only aerial duel. Had 110 passes, misplaced 16 of them with an 85% pass accuracy. Made 1 key pass, 1 cross unsuccessful, 7 long balls, 4 successful, and made 2 dribbles, both successful. So pretty decent stats there. He did misplace a few passes, but that's not really his game. If he played left back, he is going to do that. You know what I mean? He is going to misplace passes because is not a great passer of the ball into that. Like, you know, in Laporte and Stones, they're the two best ones when they're playing centre-back and they can, like, whip a ball into our midfield. They're brilliant. Probably Laporte's probably slightly better than John Stones at it. Ake's not that great at it. Ake yesterday was a bit of a weird one because defensively, didn't have much to do, but defensively, he was fine, right? Going forward, obviously, didn't really go forward that much. Because why would he? You know what I mean? It's Nathan Ake, that's not his game. I thought that him being on the pitch hurt Jack Grealish a little bit, because Jack Grealish had no support. I think that it would have been helpful if Cancelo was playing there with Grealish. Although, to be fair, I have you know, to clear the hypocrisy, I've also said that sometimes when Cancelo's on, he occupies the space of Grealish, but at least Grealish has some support up there. So it's a bit of a weird one for Ake there, because score rating, in terms of how can I rate him, didn't really have that much defending to do. The defending that he did have did very well, but he didn't really go forward because that's not his game, so I can't really criticise him for that. So, I don't know, maybe like a 7? Just a bog-standard 7, I think is probably fair. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Osmodus with a 7.5, Emmanuel 6.9, Elias 7, K-Max 6.5, Football with a 7, Lubac 7, Scotty Moll 6, Super City 6. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone go over 7. I give a couple of people who 7. In fact, as I said that, Chris Hull says 7.2. VT says 8. Can't give him an 8. I can't give him an 8. Not because he was poor, just because he didn't do enough. You know what I mean? Let's have a look what the Extra Club have given him. They've given him a 7.6. I can go with that. I can go with a 7.6. I think that's probably the highest I could go. But I couldn't go towards an 8. 7.6 is probably the highest I could possibly stretch it to. Right, so we move into midfield then. Let's go back into... let's go to Rodri, obviously playing next to Rico Lewis. Rodri played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. Scored a goal, obviously getting that crucial goal at 0-0. He had 106 touches of the ball with 95 passes, misplaced 10 of them, giving him a pass accuracy of 89%, made 3 key passes in the game. 5 of the 10 misplaced passes were long balls. He made 10 in total, 5 misplaced. Created 1 big chance there as well. Had 1 shot on target, which obviously we know about, the goal. And had a shot off target as well. He won 3 out of his 10 ground duels and won only 1 out of his 3 aerial duels. Lost the ball 12 times. Made 1 clearance, 1 block shot and 1 interception. Also made a few tackles there as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was one of his best performances, but I think he was pretty solid, wasn't he? I think it was pretty solid. Passing seemed to be relatively okay. I mean, he had an 89% pass accuracy, which is probably a little bit low for Rodri. But yeah, pretty okay. Dropped into the defence to help out a little bit. I do think when you play Akanji and Ake in the same back 4, back 3, whatever you want to call it, I do think that you are going to struggle a little bit at times getting that ball transition from the back to the front. And I do think we've seen that a little bit yesterday. Rodri dropping deep helped that. But then I do like him a little bit further forward because I do think he plays nice passes to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. Got the goal, which was crucial. Good of him to get himself inside the penalty area and help out because obviously Haaland and Grealish weren't doing it in the first half. So yeah, pretty solid game, I would say, from Rodri. Rating-wise, got a goal. I'm probably thinking... What did I give Rico Lewis? An 8.5. I don't think he was as good as Rico Lewis, but he did score. So I'm going to give him an 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5, which I think is the same that I give Rico Lewis, if I can remember correctly. So I think I'm going to give him an 8.5, man. Tyrone says 9. Rodri was unreal. ZSM says man of the match all day long. Sam Martin says anything between 8 and an 8.5. Matthew W, 8.8. Noodles, 8.2 because he scored, made some silly fouls and lost possession a few times. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think he had a pretty solid game. Got a goal, which obviously we love to see because it helps us out. The Extra Club have given Rodri an 8.1, so a slightly lower, but still in sort of the region that I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat giving 8s, just bog standard 8s. Decent. Dave Rocky with a super chat. Yes, Dave. Thanks a lot for the donation, bro. Says, fair to say that Ake is playing his best football at City since joining from Bournemouth. Criminally underrated at City. That is true. You know what I mean? I think he's been excellent this season. I think he was poor against Liverpool, can't lie. And I think yesterday he struggled to look good because of the opposition. And he was playing left-sided centre-back. But this season, I think he's been a rock. I think he's been an absolute rock. Massively underrated. And, you know, we bought him for 40 million. He's a 65 million pound player now, based on today's market, in my opinion. Thanks for the donut, bro. Right, let's move on to, let's go to Ilkay Gundogan, because there was a little bit of talk, obviously, about whether it should be Ilkay or Bernardo Silva. We went with Bernardo Silva in the now predicted 11. Played 90 minutes yesterday. 62 touches of the ball, 45 passes with an 84% pass accuracy, 1 key pass, 2 crosses unsuccessful, 2 long balls, 1 successful, 1 shot on target, 2 shots off target, 1 shot blocked, made 2 dribble attempts, 1 successful, missed 2 big chances, which is rare for Gundogan. Won 5 out of his 12 ground duels, made a couple block shots and tackles there as well. What do we think about Gundogan's performance yesterday? I think it was just like a little bit of a standard sort of performance? Wasn't great, was it? But I think he just looked pretty standard, man. Pretty standard sort of performance. Kevin De Bruyne said it was poor for him. Yeah, Lou back. Yeah, I agree with that. 7.5. Some of his touches in tight spaces were incredible. Great turn to set KDB on his run. Yeah, that's true. Couple of misplaced passes, but he was decent overall, says James. Yeah, the thing is with Gundogan as well, the one thing that he has over Bernardo is I do think that just generally in our attack, he creates more danger in terms of assists and goals. Now this season that's actually not true based on the stats, but generally I do believe that is the case, and the stats over a long period of time do back that up. And I just feel like sometimes that's maybe what Pep favours. You know what I mean? Yes, Bernardo gives you the energy. We all love Bernardo. But if Pep thought that last night might have been a tight game, which, you know, based off his comments in the press conference, he did think it was going to be, then you could see why he went for Ilkay Gundogan. I think he had a pretty solid game. I'm going to give him like a 7.6, 7.7, something like that. I think he deserves to get in the 7s, for sure. A little bit of a variance here, though, on you guys in the chat. I'm seeing a few people in the 6s, some people high 7s. Yeah, I'm seeing like Elia there, 6.7. 6.5s by a couple of people there as well. Mib, yeah, good 7.7. Osmodus, low 7s. Adam Norman, 6.7. Yeah, okay, a little bit of variance on this one. I think you're looking at sort of like a 6.6, 6.7, up to around a 7.6, maybe something like that. Not really seeing. I don't think I've seen any 8s at all, which I think is correct. I don't think he gets in the 8s, but pretty decent. And OK says Gundogan is so aware of everything that happens and always makes the right decision. Yeah, he usually does. Yeah, he usually does. And I think when he starts getting his shooting boots on again and he starts getting those goals, I think obviously that's where he becomes just brilliant, like really, really good. Yeah, so the Xtra Club give him a 7.3 in the same sort of range as you guys. Right, let's move on to Kevin De Bruyne. His performance last night, played the full 90 minutes, had an expected goals of 0.41. Didn't get any goals though. He had 68 touches of the ball, 50 passes with 10 misplaced, giving him an 80% pass accuracy. Made 4 key passes in the game with 1 big chance created. 5 crosses, 2 successful, and 6 long balls, 4 successful. 1 shot on target, 2 shots off target, and 1 dribble attempt successful. He won 3 out of his 6 ground duels, and made a couple clearances as well, helping out defensively. I think he's looking pretty sharp, Kevin De Bruyne. Since he's come back from the World Cup, I think he's looking super sharp. I do see a little bit maybe that he's trimmed down a little bit as well. It appears based on what you can see. So yeah, man, I think he's looking really, really sharp. And IP Trust there with a really good comment. Just ridiculously consistent. Yeah, that's it, innit? He's just super, super consistent. He is super consistent, Kevin De Bruyne. So I think his performance last night was really good. I think he looked decent. Rating-wise, difficult to say what rating I would give Kevin De Bruyne here. So let me have a look at them stats again and try and jog my memory a little bit. Yeah, he made a couple of excellent runs, didn't he? He did make a couple of excellent runs. Was unlucky. I think the shot that he had when Rico Lewis cut it back to him, I think he should have done better on that one, to be honest with you. I think he put a ball in as well for Gundogan. If you remember the cross that he put in for Gundogan, and was it Gundogan? Did he put that in? Was it Mahrez? Remember someone put a cross in for Gundogan and Gundogan missed the header completely. Was that him or was that Mahrez? Could have been Mahrez, I'm not sure. I think 8 for me. I think 8. But then I think some of the stuff that he did was just absolutely incredible. But in terms of overall effect, overall impact, I think at 8's fair. But I do know that some people will be like, you don't remember what he did that thing, LB. It was mega. And I know that individual moments were brilliant. But I guess that's why you have him on the pitch. I think you have him on the pitch for individual moments. Should be higher than Rico, don't be biased. Should he be higher than Rico Lewis? Yeah, K-Mac, I'll get that sorted for next time, bro. Don't worry, man. Should he be higher than Rico Lewis? I don't know if he should be higher than Rico Lewis, bro. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yes, he should be higher. Do you think so? Do you think his actual overall game yesterday was better than Rico Lewis? I don't know if it was. I'm getting completely annihilated, though, in the chat. You guys are saying that he was. Okay, well, I'm going to give him an 8. But let's have a look. I get that you guys probably disagree with that. They get the Xtra Club. Guys in the Xtra Club who voted on this have given KDB an 8.2, which means it's the same as Rico Lewis. That's mad. That's pretty crazy, man. A lot of people, yeah, in the chat saying, nah, KDB 9s. I'm seeing 8.7s, 8.7s, 8.2. So, I mean, it does vary. Check your DVR. KDB, best player on the pitch by far. Was he the best player on the pitch? I know he was good, you know what I mean? I know he was good, but I did think that... I don't know, man. It's difficult, innit, with Kev, man, because he does this every week, innit? I don't know. Now I'm sticking with my guns. You know what I mean? I know I get cooked for that, but it is what it is. Right, let's move on then to the attacking line. This should be fun. Right, where are my players gone? There they are. Right, should we start? Let's start on the right-hand side. Let's go to Riyad Mahrez. 88 minutes played yesterday. 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target. 2 dribble attempts, 1 successful. Misplaced only 2 out of his 31 passes. 94 pass accuracy. 6 key passes. 2 crosses, both successful. 1 long ball, successful. Created 1 big chance as well. Won 4 out of his 8 ground duels. And, yeah, that's it. Didn't really do too much defensive work. Mahrez. What do we think? Mahrez is improving, says Pammy. 7.2. I do think he's improving. I think he's massively improved since the start of the season. However, I don't think he was as bad as people were making out at the start of the season. Key passes for Mahrez, bro, was... I think I said 2, did I? Key passes... Oh, no, key passes 6. Jeez, did I not say that? Key passes 6 for Riyad Mahrez. 1 big chance created. So, I think that he looked pretty decent, you know. I think he's looking pretty decent. Do you know what I mean? And it's a shame that he couldn't get a goal yesterday, man. Because he should have had that goal. Do you remember when, was it Grealish put the ball into him? And he made like a mad run. Not really seen him make that type of run before. And the ball came to him on his left foot. If he gets any proper contact on that and puts it either side of the goalkeeper, it's in. It's in because he's so close to the goal. And he just completely miskicked it, unfortunately. Which was a real shame because... He's been in hot form in front of the goal, and another goal yesterday would have really sort of been like, okay, Riyad is back, you know what I mean? But because he didn't get the goal, people will probably be like, nah, it was pretty average, you know what I mean? I think he did all right yesterday. I do think that he's shooting. He's shooting right now. He's below where it should be for Riyad Mahrez. You know what I mean? I always think that Mahrez should be getting over 25 goals a season because I think he's a brilliant finisher. I think he's on 6. No, he's on 5. He's on 5 this season so far. We're nearly halfway through the Prem. You know what I mean? I think he needs to get a little bit more clinical in front of goal. But in terms of his game yesterday, I think he'd done all right. I think he looked pretty decent. Again, didn't really have too much support. A little bit like Jack Grealish, obviously playing Ake and Stones. They're kind of isolated on that wing, and it can be a little bit poor, and sometimes it can be a bit slow. But I think he'd done all right. I'm gonna give him a 7.6, 7.7, something like that. 7.6, 7.7. I think that's probably about right. Let's have a look what you guys are saying on this. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the greatest shot, Chris. Chris says it was Riyad's shot that got the red goal. Yeah, it was. It wasn't a great shot from him, but it was. You know, I mean, you don't technically get an assist for that, but some people might say it is an assist. 7. I'm seeing quite again a bit of variance here. I'm seeing 6.5s. I'm seeing an 8 from Leng. So I'm seeing quite a lot of variance here again. 6.5 from Elias, 7.2 Jack. Extra Cheese says 7. Mohammed Abid says Riyadh 7.3. So you know it's one of them bit varied. What did the Extra Club give him? 7.1. There you go. So again, pretty consistent. Right, shall we move on to the man? Before I do, I've got a couple of super chats here, actually. We've got Dave Rocky with 2 super chats, both for 2. Says, Gundogan and Jack Grealish don't work together. It's very, very slow. I do think that Gundogan and Bernardo is better. I do agree with that. Dave Rocky says, Kevin is back to his best. Things you love to see. I think so. I think since he's come back from the World Cup, I think he's looked super sharp, super quick. And I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing. But yeah, on the Gundogan point and Jack Grealish, I mean, we'll go to Jack Grealish now. I do agree with you. I do think that Gundogan seems to occupy a little bit of space that Grealish would like to run into sometimes. And there was a few times last night, right, when like you'd have like Grealish here, yeah. So like say this is the line, right? Say that's the goal, right? Say this is the goal line here, yeah, behind my hand. You'd have Grealish there, right? And Gundogan would go in front of him, but when Grealish was receiving the ball back to goal or side on, he then doesn't have Gundogan to be able to pass to because Gundogan's made a forward run and he was getting doubled up, especially in that second half. Even though he's better in the second half, I do think that you've seen it more evident in the second half. So he's always going back. And Amazon, obviously the broadcaster yesterday in the UK was Amazon. They showed a stat after the game. And like, I think more than like 50% of his passes yesterday were to Ake and Akanji. And I think that just shows you the problem. He needs someone, I think, Grealish, close to him. I think Grealish likes to play that intricate football. And I think when Bernardo's with him, I think Bernardo goes close to him and he allows Grealish to play that sort of intricate football to allow the team to move up the pitch. I think Gundogan's more sort of like, I'm going to go down here, bro, and you're going to pass me the ball and I'm going to put a cross in or something. It's like, maybe they don't really work together. Right, let's go through the stats then for Jack Grealish. Played 73 minutes yesterday, got 2 assists, got an expected goals of 0.67. Didn't manage to find the target though, unfortunately, with all 3 of his shots off target. He also had 2 block shots on top of that as well. 2 dribbles, 1 successful. Did miss a big chance, which is fair. That is right. That is a correct stat. Should have scored. 55 touches of the ball, 32 passes, only misplaced 5 of them, giving him a pass accuracy of 84%, which doesn't sound great, but he's obviously low passes anyway, so that's probably why. 3 key passes in the game, 1 big chance created, which was the chance for Mahrez, so he could have had a hat-trick of assists yesterday if Mahrez could have found the net. 1 cross unsuccessful, 1 long ball was successful. Defensively helped out a lot yesterday. He had 8 ground duels and won 6 of them. He won his only aerial duel he did win as well. Won 5 fouls in total and also made an interception there as well. I thought he had a really solid game. I thought in the first half, you know what I mean? I think that people might just think to themselves, if he did score the goal, would people be moaning as much as they were? I don't think so. But it's one of these situations where he needs to be taking them chances for 2 reasons. 1, we're a football team and we need him to score goals when he's getting clear chances that he needs to score. But 2, for his own sakes, man. He's getting pressure now from quite a lot of people. He's getting pressure from City fans who are saying he doesn't get enough goals and assists. And he's probably getting a bit of pressure on social media and from the general media as well. Say, obviously, I've seen a couple clips coming round from the broadcaster yesterday, the pundit saying, should have done more. But on the whole, I thought he had a good game. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Grealish lover. I thought he had a good game yesterday. Getting himself into good positions. Should have scored. Okay, didn't score. Should have scored. Yeah, back that. But he got himself into the position. Rate it. 2 assists. Should have had a 3rd assist. Hardly lost the ball. Won 5 fouls. I just think that, what do people want? Well, people want him to score a couple of goals, and that's the thing. He needs to be getting more goals. And I know he'll come out and say, my game's never been about goals and assists. Great, understand it. But at this level, we need you to get goals and assists, because sometimes Haaland might have an off day, sometimes he might not be fit, and sometimes we might create one chance and it might fall to you. And at the end of the day, you can sit there and say, oh, my game's not about goals or assists. Doesn't give you a free pass to miss a shot from 6 yards out. Do you know what I mean? Chris Hulse, member for 2, says 6.5 for Grealish, 8 in the second half. We'll be knocked out on aggregate in a cup or finish behind on Arsenal on goal difference with finishing like that. That's the thing. He does need to finish his chances when he gets them. But for me, like I say, guys, I think he had a good game yesterday, and I think that the chance that he missed, he needs to score it for his own sake right now. But you see now how excited he was, how buzzing he was when he got that assist. This is great to see. That's some relief. He's got 2 assists now. I would 100% play him against Everton. 100% play him against Everton. You do not take him out of the team now he's just got 2 assists. Let him, he might be a little bit more free, he might be a little bit more relaxed now that he's got them 2 assists. Put him in the team, let's see what he can do. If he can get another goal or he can get an assist, boom. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he's like, right, I'm ready now. I really, really would not like to see him dropped. I think that would be a bad move. Mr. Roll Up with a 2 says Grealish making Sterling like prime Aguero. Yeah, there was a lot of jokes last night. Right, player rating then. So Jack Grealish yesterday missed a chance that he really should have scored. Turned it around in the second half. 2 assists, getting involved, won a shed load of fouls, free kicks. I'm gonna give him an 8. I give Mahrez, 7.6, 7.7. This guy got 2 assists. I have to give him higher than a Mahrez. I'm going to give him an 8. And it's a real shame, because had he scored the chance that he really should have scored, because it was a sitter, he probably would have been in contention for man of the match, despite how people were slagging him off in the first half. So I'm going to give him an 8. I don't know how you can say 8's ridiculous, said Ederson. The guy got 2 assists. He got 2 assists, bro. I don't know how you can say. And that second goal was completely him. He won the ball and then squared it to Haaland. I don't know how you can say that's ridiculous. I think it's a fair score. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a fair score, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think 2 assists, I've got to be giving him an 8 minimum. I give Rico Lewis 8.4. I give Kevin De Bruyne 8.5. People in the chat were saying Kevin De Bruyne 9, 9.5, and then can't give a guy who got 2 assists over a 7.5. Come on. I just feel like sometimes, the agendas are too much on this guy. He's under so much pressure, so much stress. The guy's just had a good game. Okay, yeah, there's still things to work on. Do you know what I mean? People aren't perfect. Give him a break, guys. Xtra Club give him a 7 point. No, they didn't. They give him a 8.1. There you go. Right, okay. Erling Haaland, the robot man. Yeah, let's come on to the robot. Before I do, massive shout out again to the guys at OneFootball. As you can see down there, they have sponsored today's stream. OneFootball have got this app that you can download on your phone, iPad, and that kind of stuff. Right, download it completely for free, completely free to use. You get all your in-game stats, in-game commentary, transfer news, transfer rumours, match articles, match reviews, match previews, team lineups. Loads of stuff on there, completely for free. I believe our City Extra articles are going on there as well very soon, so you can read City Extra articles on the OneFootball app. Completely free to use, completely free to download, and you help support the channel if you do download it. So if you could do us a favour, go check it out. The link is in the description. It's also the pinned comment, and we massively appreciate everyone that downloads that, as it does help the channel run and grow, man. So yeah, appreciate everyone. Right, let's move on to the robot man. Right, played 90 minutes in the game. Had an XG of 1.92. Scored 2 goals. 5 shots on target. 2 shots off target. 1 shot blocked. 2 big chances missed. 27 touches of the ball. So that's quite high for Erling Haaland. 11 passes, 2 misplaced. 1 key pass, 1 big chance created. He won 1 out of his 3 ground duels. He won his aerial duel as well. Bit of a weird game for Erling Haaland yesterday because, on one hand, he scored 2 goals. Thanks, mate. Really helped us get the 3 points. Cheers. On the other hand, actually missed quite a few chances that he should have scored. The chance in the first 20 seconds, just like Liverpool, should have scored. He had a shot which he should have taken with his right foot, and he went with his left foot. And because he went with his left foot, he couldn't get the ball around the goalkeeper. He probably would have scored if he just knocked it past the keeper with his right foot. And then he had the chance where he did hit this ball with his right foot, which was correct. Should have hit with his right foot, and just the keeper done well to come out, to be fair. But again, I feel like maybe when he's fully match fit, probably would have scored that. So he probably could have had 5 goals yesterday. I'm talking big chances. The stat website said he missed 2 big chances. I'd probably say 3. But scored 2 goals. I mean, this is the thing, you know. He missed 3 chances yesterday and still comes away with 2 goals. Guy's absolutely slamming. I agree here, right? Pammy, I agree. I still think he's like rusty at the moment. Obviously, he's not played in a World Cup. I think that... I just feel that one day this guy is just going to he's going to hit 6 goals in a game. 7, maybe. I mean, he's done 9 for Norway in an under-21s match. You know, the most we've ever seen in a Premier League game is 5 by a single player. I think he does 6. I think he does 6 at some point. I think he does, guys, because his finishing is a joke. His movement is a joke. And all it would take is for 3 things to happen. 1, Erling Haaland turns up to a football match and he's fully match fit and ready to go. Kevin De Bruyne turns up to a football match, he's fully match fit and is ready to go. And the opposition turns up and has a shite defence and ain't ready. And I think he hits a 6. Yeah, I mean, what's a 6 in cricket? Is it like that? Something like that? 6. Is that a 6 or is that a 4? I don't know. I like cricket, but I'm not that much into it, you know what I mean? Is that a 6? I don't know. But I think he hits a 6. Hamadness man with a super chat says Alvarez broke up with his girlfriend after she cheated on him. What? No way. What? Nah, I can't accept that. What a shame, man. What a joke. Well, you know, how are you cheating on a world champion? Pain. Make sure we're giving Alvarez plenty of love, yeah. Make sure we're giving Alvarez plenty of love, innit? Right, okay, let's... did we do play rating for Haaland? I don't think we did we? We didn't actually give him... I think did we just skip that? Did we give him a play rating? Did we give Haaland... I didn't give Haaland a play rating then, did I? No, talking about hitting a 6, wasn't I? Right. Let's give him a rating then, man. Let's give him a rating. Rating-wise, I'm going to give him... This is so difficult. I hate doing these player rating streams, you know. I proper rate him. Because Haaland actually yesterday wasn't that great. You know, his finishing was poor by his standards, but he still scored 2 goals. So because he scored 2 goals, am I meant to give him man of the match? I mean, one was a tap-in. You know what I mean? Like, what am I meant to do here? Explain to me the rules. Was he better than Kev? Was he better than Rico? I'm going to give him an 8.3. I'm going to give him an 8.3. The Xtra Club give him an 8.6. So he is the Xtra Club man of the match, I believe. Yeah, he is. He got the Xtra Club man of the match. He's not my man of the match. My man of the match has gone to... Was it Rico? I give it to Rico. Oh, I give it to Rico. Big up Rico Lewis. He got my man of the match award. Yes, yes, yes. Well, prestigious award that is. But I think for many people in the chat, you've given him You give it to Kevin De Bruyne. I think I'm going to do Paul here. I'm going to do a Paul on man of the match, right? Because there's quite a few options. Haaland, 2 goals. Rico Lewis, absolutely sick in that midfield. Was absolutely stunning. I'm going to put in Rodri, because he got a goal and had a pretty solid game. And that's obviously going to be KDB. And I think Jack Grealish is unlucky not to be on the list. I think if Jack Grealish gets that goal, which he should score, he's on that list. He probably gets man of the match for Jack. This is the thing. He scores that goal yesterday, he gets man of the match. Right, ask your community. There you go. Community asked. Guys, check out the chat. I've just put a poll there. Man of the match, Haaland, Rico Lewis, Rodri, KDB. Let us know, innit, what you're thinking. There's over 350 people in the chat, man. So I want to see a lot of votes on this poll. Completely free to vote, of course. Get yourself on it. While you guys are voting, I'll just have a quick look at the subs. Cancelo come on, got a 6.3. Foden 5.9. Palmer 6.1. Pep Guardiola got an 8.9. And the referee, I didn't actually do the referee. Let me do the referee now. The referee got a 3.1. Yeah, I thought the referee was rubbish yesterday, you know. Do you remember that thing when Cancelo nicked the ball off that guy and he got fouled and he went through on goal and the referee pulled it back for a free kick? Shocking refereeing. Even if you did think that was a free kick, mate, let the play go on, let him score, and then bring it back on VAR. That's surely what VAR's there for. I thought it was poor, man. I thought it was poor. Wow, the man of the match award is so close. I can't believe how close it is. Yo, you got to vote, man. You got to vote. Can I vote on this? If I log into my personal account. Can I vote on this? I can't vote on it. Wait, I'm not on the personal. I'm not on the personal. Yes, Dave Rocky with a 2 says KDB, man of the match for me. Could have had 2 or more assists. Sorry guys, I need to vote myself, man. I need to vote. I need to be part of this community. City Extra. Am I subscribed to the channel? I am subscribed. What a dub. Right, boom. So, let me go to the live chat. Where's the poll at? Oh, I'm on the watch along. What a donut, man. There was no poll, and I was like, why is there no poll? It's because I went to the watch along last night. There we go. Boom. Right, Paul, I'm going to vote for... Haaland did get 2 goals. That is sick. Rodri got a goal. It was really important at the time and pretty just standard game in the middle. That was also sick. KDB had a pretty sick game. Should I give it? I don't know. I'm not going to give it Haaland because Haaland always gets it and he did miss 3 big chances in my opinion. I actually don't know, man. I'm actually torn. This is what I'm thinking, right? So this is how I'm thinking. I'm thinking Rico Lewis for me was sick for the 68 minutes he was on the pitch, right? And I thought he was better than Rodri, but Rodri scored. But he was better than Rodri in my opinion. Rodri was sick, standard game, and he scored. Nice. KDB, standard performance, made some incredible dribbles, great balls into the box. Probably should have scored, got close to getting a couple of assists. I'm going to hit that Rico button. Oh my God, it's so close, man. There's still over 150 people that are watching this stream right now that haven't voted. What are you doing, man? Haaland is currently winning on 28%. Rico Lewis is on 27%. KDB is on 23%. And Rodri's on 22%. It's looking like Haaland's about to take that man of the match award again. That's mad. Right, I'm going to end it. 200 votes. The winner, your winner of the City Extra Man of the Match Award, voted by you in the chat, is Erling Haaland. Yes, Rico Lewis coming in 2nd, KDB in 3rd, and Rodri in 4th. Charlotte says, Rodri robbed. Some people will agree. Because that goal was super important as well. It was super, super important. I know my man of the match. Yeah, hashtag not my man of the match. Right, cool. Haaland fanboys pushed him through. I know, but the thing is, right, because he scores the goals, this is it. This is where you get the big credit. This is why Jack Grealish, if Jack Grealish would have scored yesterday, his chance, he would have got man of the match. Because goals, people like goals for obvious reasons. Rod robbery, says Akvis. Not my man of the match, says Marshy Boy. Absolutely. Some mad controversy in the chat. You're all fuming. Right, cool. So what we got coming up then this week, man? Let's have a look. Man City fixtures. Right, cool. So, New Year's Eve, we've got the big Everton game. 3 p.m. Saturday. Huge match that, because Arsenal, after we could close the gap to 2 points. Arsenal then go to Brighton, which is not an easy place to go. Could it be a good Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve for us? We'll have the press conference, I would imagine, would be tomorrow or probably Friday. And then obviously New Year's, happy days. And then next Thursday, we've got Chelsea away in the league, followed by a Sunday match against Chelsea in the FA Cup, followed by a Wednesday midweek game against Southampton, followed by a weekend game against United, followed against a midweek game against Tottenham. Oh my goodness. Games galore. Crazy scenes. Brighton could be tricky. That's the thing. You know what I mean? We need to be making sure, what we need to do is we need to make sure we go out against Everton and just get the 3 points. 1-0, 2-0, 5-0, 10-0, I don't care. Get the 3 points and force Arsenal to respond. Could be an interesting one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream, man. I'll probably go live tonight as well. Might do a transfer stream tonight. There's a load of news. Obviously, we've got Enzo news. We've got Jude Bellingham news. We've got winger news with Rafa Leao. People talking about Sane a lot as well. So there's loads and loads of stuff that we could do tonight. So we'll probably do a transfer stream tonight. So hopefully you can join us for that. I'll get it scheduled very, very soon. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. Massive shout out again to the guys at OneFootball for sponsoring today's stream. If you've not already done so, please go check them out. The link is in the description. Pin comment there as well. Get all the team news, all the in-game stats, all the match commentary completely free to your phone. The link is in the description and pin comment. And you massively help support the channel if you download it. So we appreciate everyone that does, man. Other than that, guys, I guess there's only one thing left to say. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.